All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about how we called bottoms today in a crazy day in the market, how to choose your profit, how to control your trading emotions, our game plan in Forex, and as well as your full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Melnick, and I will be taking you through tonight's Newsbeat show. We have a lot of interesting things on the radar, how you can make money, how you call the bottoms of the market. So we got a really, I'm going to pull away from the charts here just for a moment so I could just add the screen and show you guys what we're doing here. All right, and there we go. Thank you for rating. All right, so I just have to show you what a day in the Newsbeat room actually looks like, what you can actually do to potentially make money, and how you can capitalize on it. And I had a very long day today. I just did a trendline course as well as had a full day of trading. And you have one more day to try the Newsbeat live room for free. You'll find it in the description. And I'm going to tell you exactly why you should at least give my room a shot for a day if you didn't already, and why you should do it. Okay? So here I am trying to convince you why you should take a free day in my room. So let's start off. Well, why don't we start off with Philip Morris? So here's Philip Morris, not a name I generally trade. I don't believe in tobacco products. I'm an ex-smoker. That probably being the biggest reason. So here's Philip Morris at the beginning of the day, plummeted down. So I start talking on the mic, and we get a really early Wells Fargo note. And we start buying calls in the room at the bottom of the day. If you want to know who was buying the day lows of the 97.5 calls, today it wasn't me. It was members of the room. Somebody paid 64 cents, which was the day low. My average price was 69.5 cents. We all started buying calls. And what happened was the Wells Fargo note finally circulated, and I think you guys got your first taste of news before the majority of Wall Street. Now, what did I mean by that? Well, you're sitting there with a 5, 6,000, 4,000 a month. If you locked in a grandfather rate of 2,500 a month for a Bloomberg terminal, you didn't get the news as fast as a simple Newsbeat live subscription. So what happens? What happens when news trickles down? Would it give you conviction if I came up to you and I said, guys, I'm buying 40 calls in Philip Morris here. I'm buying 40 option calls right now on the offer. I'm just throwing a few grand at a few calls. And the stock just stood there and it didn't move. In fact, it ticked down like 5 cents after I bought it. And then people in the room came in and you guys all got better prices than me. And you guys, I got an email from one of you guys. Mark, the Philip Morris trade was absolutely phenomenal. How do you get stuff like this? I joined your room today. So I'm going to answer the question of how news flow really works. And thank you for joining, of course. This is how news flow works. So when you read your headlines, it had to come from somewhere. So for example, Wells Fargo analysts today upgraded and defended positive comments on Philip Morris. If you didn't see what Philip Morris has done in the last 10 days, let me show you. Red, 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 red. And it looked like we were going red today, early on, right? A Wells Fargo analyst came out today and defended it. So what the analyst does is he sends it to his news desk. It's a legitimate article. You're not going to see it on Bloomberg. You're not going to see it on Briefing. You're not going to see it on Fly on the Wall. Not yet. Eventually you will. And then we got the note early because of our channels. We have such phenomenal news flow channels that just maybe a Wells Fargo analyst on a news desk felt that he enjoys my technical analysis and that he wants to help me because I've helped him. So he shares this note. It's public information. They release it to the news desk. All their traders have it. And he shares it with me. Bloomberg doesn't have it yet. And eventually they do, because now what these guys at the desk do is they start talking to other people on other desks. They share the note with them. They share the analyst defend of Wells Fargo. Not of Wells Fargo did the analyst defend, but they did it on Philip Morris. But we were ahead of every single person on Wall Street because we were buying options at the day low. Some of you guys bought stock. We were buying right here on the biggest down day watching Philip Morris explode. That is one advantage from being part of the Newsbeat live room, and a lot of you guys were just sold on it right away. And I was like, okay, fine, beautiful. What is the next thing we did? What is the next thing we did today? Well, I was watching Facebook and I wanted to short it. And between a member of the room and myself, his level is actually better. Guy named Michael. He called 170 and a quarter as a topping out formation in Facebook to short. I called 170.37. I was 10 cents away. He was 2 cents away. And we literally shorted. I bought Facebook puts. You could have shorted right at the day highs. Like right at the dead highs. I bought these puts when the stock was over 170.20. Right at the day highs. Do you consider that impressive in real time? Now imagine Facebook is trading here at 169.32 and 169.65, and you see Facebook going up, and you're asking, Mark, where can I short this thing? And I'm like, 170.37. And somebody in the room's like, 170 and a quarter. Wait, guys, wait for it to go up. Wait. And then it gets to that level, in real time, it's like, guys, I'm buying puts right here on the offer. That's how it sounds like to be part of this room. Did I catch the full $7 to the downside? Honestly, no. I caught a couple points. in Facebook. That was nice. That was a nice trade. And then there was more we did today. And then the triple Qs were falling today. And people were like, Mark, where's the triple Qs going to bottom out? And I said, wait, look for a flush through 163.20, guys, and buy any Q's name you want. I don't care if it's Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon. I bought Netflix. Buy whatever name you want, because if the Q's flush through 163.20, we're bottoming. The Q's flush 163.20, and we're doing this in real time before it's there. So please keep in mind, this isn't like Captain Hindsight to the rescue telling you what you could have done today. Oh, well, here you see these candlesticks, and one breaks up, and you're long there. Yes, that's all fun and dandy, but we're doing this in a real-time basis. That's the difference. And I'm doing this in front of the members of my room, so just keep in mind, like, this is legit. So we flushed through 163.20. I got long Netflix calls, and we started popping through 163.40. Immediately, my first reaction is we bounce about 20 cents from my level. And I said, okay, guys, there's a very good chance that the bottom is in today. Meaning, it's a bold call. Remember, I'm making this call in the market that's plummeting at 11:45 a.m. And I'm like, guys, the market might have put in the bottom for the day here. There's a good chance. I know it's a bold call, but it's a good chance. That is exactly how I'm communicating with you. And I don't need to tell you, the market shot up. A lot of guys did better than me. A lot of guys didn't do better than me, and I was actually wrong, because right at the end of the day here, we actually ended up just breaking those lows. But I made money. I already sold my position. It was a phenomenal call that we could have bottomed there for the day. It held up for right up until the last 15 minutes. And we're doing this in real time. And no matter what stock you bought there, based on that bottom call of the market at 11:45, look at any stock you want today at 11:45 and ask yourself, if somebody actually talked to you using those words, using that conviction, how would have you performed in the market? Would have that helped you? Would have that helped you at all? Like I told you, when you take this open house, I was going to show you the reason why we are the fastest growing trading room in the nation. And I love doing these Newsbeat shows. And I know there are people out there with full-time jobs who you'll never join my room in a million years because you're not a full-time trader, but you're passionate, you love listening, you love learning, and I will be here 5 days a week for you with these Newsbeat shows. This is going to go on. I'm going to continue to help you. I'm going to continue to show you exactly what I'm doing. I'm just telling you how our day went. There's going to be days where I come and I'm like, well, watch some of the old Newsbeat shows. I mean, there's a few episodes where I lost money. And I'm like, hey, this is how I lost money today. This is what I did wrong. Like, this is not just, Captain wins every day. Don't you love those types of traders that you look up? Oh, this trader just always makes money every single day. He's the greatest thing ever, and they don't really tell you about their losses. I tell you the good, bad, ugly. It's generally good, pretty, like 10 times, and maybe one dose ugly. Actually, if you want to look at the number of up days to down days, it's probably about 25 up days for every down day, 30 up days for every down day. I don't really care about my stats until the end of the year. But besides for that, I am really trying to exude a methodology of consistency. And you guys know that when you're struggling and you're trying to find a good idea and you're trying to learn, because there are traders out there making money, and you took your educational courses and you learned all these things and you still can't do it for whatever reason. You read this book, you read that book, you took this course, you took that course, you followed this room, you followed that room. You know why you can't make money? Because most broadcasters, unfortunately, are not day traders. It's kind of funny. I use this analogy sometimes. I'm like, are you, just because you're a race car driver doesn't mean I want to hire you to fix my car. Just because you can fix my car doesn't mean you're a race car driver either. Just because you watch Dr. Oz on TV every day doesn't mean I want you to give me open heart surgery. Just because you do something doesn't mean it translates into another. And I think that's one of the hardest things that traders are learning the hard way in this industry, is that just because somebody is a good broadcaster doesn't mean they're a good trader. And just because they're a good trader doesn't mean they're a good broadcaster. How many traders do you know? Oh yeah, this trader makes millions of dollars a year. Try following that trader. Tell me how you do. Tell me how much money you make. And it's like, oh, well, I can't make money off following him. That's really hard. So what is different about what we try to do here? I've been trading 19 years, and I've been broadcasting 11. And before I was broadcasting, I was a professional gamer talking to people, leading armies in video games. So I was actually practicing at a very young age to be a broadcaster. And I literally tried to combine both worlds. I literally tried to combine the day trading world and the broadcasting world. And I have only one goal, and I'm still improving. I'll tell you, I still fight to improve. My one goal is to make it as easy as possible for somebody to follow me to make money. That is my only goal. If you have an easy time following me, whether I'm right or wrong, you have an easy time following me and you're making money at least off my ideas consistently, and I'm helping you on your own ideas if you want to trade your stocks, and I'm giving you good levels consistently, I've achieved my purpose. You get it? I've achieved my purpose. So, for me, over the weekend, I work every day. Some people are like, how the hell did you call that top in Netflix today? It makes no sense to them. You look at it and you're like, I don't see anything on my screen. Or if you do see something on your screen, it's easy to note after it happened. You have nobody telling you in real time it can happen. You want to know what the best traders in the world do? You know, all the hedge fund managers and money managers and all these big institutional traders? They have a team around them. They have a team of people around them, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? They just wake up in their underwear, throw on a t-shirt, make a cup of coffee, half awake, go on their computer, sit their ass down, and all of a sudden, like, they're making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 million a year? Do you really believe like that's how it works? Of course you don't. That's the importance of being around a successful team. That's the importance of being around a consistent trader. That's the importance of being around a good community. The good community is the number one thing about the Newsbeat Live Room. It's not me. I promise you. Yes, I try to hold it all together, and I try to be the glue, and I host it, and I get that, and I do bring a lot to the table. But the entire community, that is the value of my room. Because if I wasn't broadcasting in this room, I would follow this room just for the community that's behind it. And the way you form a good community is you surround yourself with traders who, for whatever reason in the world, can start making money around you. And when you surround yourself with those type of people and those types of traders, you have a community with an extremely high retention rate, and you have a trading community with a phenomenal amount of signups. So I will tell you, again, there's like a 70% off if you do want to sign up for my room. Again, I get it. If you're not a full-time trader and, it's not your full-time job and you just love the markets, you love watching this show, God bless you. I will always be here for you. Okay? But for those who want to take advantage and be part of something tremendous, do you think that do you really think I've got extremely fortunate over an FOMC week? This is the worst week of trading right now, this FOMC week. It just happened coincidentally that there was negative news on Facebook. You think it's a coincidence that we called the bottom of Facebook on Monday, the bottom of Facebook on Tuesday? We sold above 170, our overnight position on Wednesday, and then we called the top today for a short? Do you think that's a coincidence? Most people would tell you that's probably just lucky or impossible, and it makes no sense. But the truth is, there's 100 reasons why 100 different things happen. So even Philip Morris, when you saw that Philip Morris shoot up today, right off the morning, here's a 15-minute. Here's a 15-minute of Philip Morris today. We were buying down here. We were buying all the way down here. Look at that move in a down day. Predictable. Ahead of Wall Street. That's easy money right there. Philip Morris, you're not going to get killed buying Philip Morris. You're not going to get hurt. I will deliver to you consistently a good risk reward. And yes, I pride myself on that, ladies and gentlemen. I pride myself on that. Even tonight, everyone around me is telling me, everybody, my fellow my fellow friends at T3 are even telling me to just calm down today, Mark. You're running an open house. You've been working like this. You just ran an educational course right after the bell. Don't worry about the Newsbeat show. Just take a day off. Is what they told me. And I love them for that. But too many people depend on what we do here, myself included. I depend on the community around me. I depend on you like you depend on me. And the correlation, the magical combination and the confluence and harmonies of different methodologies and strategies conjoining into one force is what's going to make us all profitable. I will help you stay consistent. I will help you from doing stupid decisions if you let me. If you let me. You want to talk about your trades? You want to talk about what you did right? You want to talk about what you did wrong? You want to talk about what you're thinking? I will help you every step of the way. And you will grow. You will grow as a trader here. So I just want to say that I am honored and humbled to serve you during this open week. I know I've been, trying to do the best on an FOMC week. These are generally the worst weeks available. I know I'm telling you guys this now. It's just a coincidence that Facebook was going wild this week. And really, what did we do over the past week except, make a phenomenal bottom call on Monday, a phenomenal bottom overnight call with conviction on Tuesday, a big pop on Wednesday to sell profitably, and a perfect short call today in Facebook. We literally wrote it 3 out of 4 days. I mean, I didn't call the top on Wednesday or the bottom on Wednesday, but I was holding calls from 162 and a quarter. I was holding calls from right over here, and the stock literally popped $11. I didn't make $11. I made 8. But I mean, come on. That's one heck of a trade. That's one way to get rewarded. A lot of our members made thousands and thousands of dollars, and a lot of members didn't trade any of my setups, just signed up because they wanted to see what the heck is happening here in their members today. And I will continue to serve you. I will continue to bring this passion and the best I can. Yes, it does look like I'm right all the time. I guarantee you that is not the case. I promise you I lose money on trades, but nonetheless, I am very consistent, and I will continue to bring that consistency to you on a day in and day out basis as I also grow as a broadcaster and I get better at not only trading but also serving you guys in this community. So, wow, I just really wanted to get that off my chest. So, okay, so I showed you PM, Facebook, the Qs, Netflix. We bought Netflix when we called the Qs, bottoming right here. I'm going to skip the how to control your trading emotions because I actually released my trading emotions and feelings on you. Let's go over to the game plan. Guess what I'm going to give you today, guys? I don't know. Tell me, Mark. No, guess. We're talking about Guess Incorporated, the consumer cyclical sector apparel store, and there's something you need to see on Guess. Guess what it is? A major descending resistance line breaking right here on the weekly. This is a weekly chart, ladies and gentlemen, on Guess. That's Gary Edwards Sam, symbol 34. I mean, I'm taking you back to November 2013. Major descending resistance line broken. This is a big deal in Guess. I thought Guess is dead. I think I remember people wearing Guess clothes in high school, and they had the question marks over them in the shirts, and I remember like people wearing the little Guess shirts with the little question marks on them, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I think I might have owned a pair of like a Guess shirt or maybe a pair of Guess jeans. I mean, I think everyone did back in the 90s, and I thought this company was just dead. And the truth is, this company has come a long way down, but whatever you want to say about it, technically this thing is a phenomena right now. This is an absolute phenomena. It's a major breakout, and as a result, they did report earnings. If you want to know why they're up so much, I'm giving you a simple trigger through $20.21. My Forex ideas. There we go. You got my above the gray line is a live position I'm in. Don't put in that order because it's already filled. Below the gray line are 3 new orders here. They're all involve Swiss franc pairings. You got the size, the buy, the pairing symbol right here, my price, the stop loss, and the take profit. And you're free to screenshot it, come back to this video, and take a look at it. So, wow. With that being said, we're going to go into our full stock analysis. And for this week, we're going to go ahead and share it with you for free. Generally, this is for members only. But even though whether you signed up for the free week trial or not, and you couldn't be part of the room because you have a full-time job, and maybe you could just log in and this is like your little trader educational break, like so many hundreds of people in which it is for, I'm going to share with you guys my full stock analysis. So unfortunately, I can't read Facebook comments or YouTube comments, not because I don't want to, it just doesn't allow me to do it while I broadcast. So I'll answer questions from the room, and if there's any analysis I can offer you guys, now would be the time to ask. Hey Joe, been with me all day. Apple, IWM, Baba, Facebook, great job. Okay, all right, cool, active trader. Also, have your high conviction plays ever not played out as expected? In terms of me calling a high conviction trade in the room, it's worked every single time. Hear me knocking on wood? That's exactly what I did. So there. One observation, Mark, you're very dedicated and passionate about trading and educating others. Thank you very much. I take this job very seriously. I take the responsibilities as I have as a broadcaster and a moderator of a room here at T3 extremely seriously. It's one of the most serious things that I do. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to put my all into it. For retry, yeah. Try clearing your cache. Right, Andrew? That was my First thought too. How did Guess go up that much? Let's take a look at what they reported, okay? Because that is, I'll be honest, I thought they were going bankrupt too. It's like, really? The company is still around and they're trading at higher prices? How is that possible? All right. So, Guess reported 792 million versus the 755 million expected, 62 cents versus the 54 cents expected. However, their Q1 EPS was a bit light. They lost 27 to 24 cents consensus versus the consensus of losing 20 cents. Their full year 19 estimates, future growth was higher than expected, 86 cents they predicted to 98 cents versus the 85 expected. So you have a middle point of like 92 cents versus 85. So that was definitely interpreted bullishly. And hilariously, not one analyst came out today and actually decided to upgrade Guess, because I guess they were just as shell shocked as we are. Isn't that funny how that works? Looking for bottom calls in select sector materials. This is it? I mean, I don't believe the silly print, but you're running into support right over here. It did close bearishly though, so you could start using other levels here. The next closest level I see of support for you tomorrow in XLB will be $56.29. Cliff, we called a nice little scalp. You're looking for a potential long trade. Beautiful. Let's see what we could do here. Cliff bottom tomorrow, $6.23. Nucor bottom tomorrow potentially for a potential long, in which I look for 58.77. Alexian, I'm not going to have a good level for you, but it's a good level. It's just unlikely to hit is what I mean to say. Your level tomorrow in Alexian is $105.06 for a potential long in Alexian. Century Aluminum just crack-a-lacking down. Oh, look, we have a potential algo buster, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. An algo buster level tomorrow, which is very powerful reversal potential, 1545 on CENX. Cass, what do I think of Progenics Farm? Looks very bullish recently. I will tell you though, I'm a tad bit concerned right now that you're in a rising wedge. So look, you're technically, I'm not talking about any drugs they have in the pipelines. I didn't do that due diligence. Technically, you're bullish. I think you fall down under $8 first and then maybe go higher. That's my take. Oh, it's actually down after hours. Oh, I didn't notice that. It actually looked a little bearish to me there too, like it was going to fall. All right, so they announced news today, a 3-month extension of their PDUFA date for Azedra. So that's 3 more months in which, companies like this generally don't have a lot of money. They're generally bleeding money until their drug gets pushed through. In terms of support tomorrow, $6.68 will be your support tomorrow. That would be an algo buster reversal line, as we so eloquently call it. And Nike, yeah, that's why I generally try to not do those things, Eric. I mean, I'm not saying you don't make money doing it, and it's one bad example. I'm just generalizing. At this point, you'd have to hold below 68.30. It's a major trigger in Nike. Any support for Bank of America or Twitter, William? Bank of America support. Let's see. Yeah. 28.97 is major swing support. Twitter looks bearish, like you want to break under 30.61. Any support? Not a good one, man. Really, not a good one here. I mean, we're looking at levels down by $25 and change on Twitter. Is Apple and Baba at a buy target or below? Apple, way below. Way below on Apple. Yeah. Qs are probably down big. Yeah, Qs are down big. That's why I didn't take any of these names on support today. Good thing. I mean, on Apple, I'm starting to look at levels like 150.54, things like that. So yeah, it's much further down. In this case, Joe, excuse me, on Apple. Alibaba. Alibaba has some support tomorrow by 182.33. You're pretty much near that level right now. I would look for that level to crack and just see if the market could reverse for a potential long in Alibaba. What are my thoughts on how to play Tesla, the triple Qs, and Boeing? As I said before in Tesla, even when it was at 319, I was like, wait for Tesla to break 300 and look to buy in the 296 range. Nothing changed for me there in Tesla. How I trade it now is I ignore it, Luba, and wait for that level to come in. Triple Qs, for me, I'm going to try to call an intraday bottom tomorrow based on shorter time frames, but the true support here for the triple Qs I see is 152.74 on the triple Qs. Boeing, pretty much on support here. Where could be a good reversal for Boeing tomorrow? $311.70 for Boeing, and that's a little far away too, Luba. Yeah. Try to guess what's happening with that one, Andrew. Well, that seemed to hold up today, Kim, are Crocs. Yeah, Crocs held up pretty damn well. Still in a big bullish channel. Look at that. Look at that on Crocs. Mid-upper range. Looks great. Still have to pull back from to make me buy it, but I agree. Very bullish on that one, Kim. And Lululemon. Bullish falling wedge. And support tomorrow at 78.68 on Lululemon. Thoughts on Micron earnings? I didn't take calls or puts in this thing, and looking at it now, I'm sort of happy. I did think it was going to gap down, as I did say in the room earlier. 56.35 is a major short trigger tomorrow for Micron. It's trading at 56.56 now. I don't know where it's going to open. But 56.35, a break at that level, and you could get destroyed, Brian and Micron. Appreciate you trying to help, Carl. Gills, Suncor thoughts. Support. I know I took my moving averages off. Let me just put them back on. I took it off for the class today. We got a moving average 50. Let's put on another. Let's put on an exponential moving average 8. Oh, it even has my colors. Let's put on a moving average 200 right over there. And let's put an exponential moving average 21. Just change it to 21, make it that color. Beautiful. Okay. Suncor, I see support at 32.48 on Suncor. And Bank of America, yeah, Bank of America for me to want to buy it tomorrow. I'm looking for a break under 29, so I'm really looking for a lot of these banks to potentially come in. It would have to shoot up a bit higher for me to want to short it here. Dave W. Shutterfly, Algo Buster Reversal. Yes. Yes, absolutely. And that level tomorrow would be around 85.57 to short it, David. Good luck. Nike looks head and shoulder toppy. Okay. I hope it works for those short. Appreciate the opinion there, Jose. 15, 18 hours. What would be a good short for Amazon tomorrow? 15, 25, 30, 15, use 15, 22, 51, or your March 7th low, $1,522.51, Barbara. Al, Arcus Biosciences. No opinion here yet. I don't have an opinion on it. It doesn't look strong per se, but I'd need more data to have any conviction behind a setup like this. No thoughts yet on this one, Al. Dave Schwab. Looks like you're going to rip through support tomorrow. And that love because of the market gap down. That's 53.01. So you're trading just above there at the moment. That's your support. And keep in mind, if the Qs gap down, maybe they even shoot up tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow is going to be lotto ticket day, where, yeah, you could lose on 2 trades, but if you make on 1, you'll make a lot of money. Like one of those types of things. Very disappointed that RKDA actually closed below the exponential 8. You have to get above that level. Your key support tomorrow is 27.84. I would look for that one to hopefully move higher. But if you start flushing through today's low tomorrow, like 31.92, it might be done. At least for now. My pleasure. Any thoughts on Weight Watchers? Looks bearish to me, Barbara. Another potential algo buster short, but it would have to go much higher to 68.95. It looks like it's resolving now. Look for a break of 63.53. Square. Holding up here, very bullish. True support 53.34. Even if it goes down tomorrow, and I'm sure it's down after hours, it is. I'm not looking to short this one. I'd rather short a weak name, even if it works. No thoughts on ZS currently. I had the thoughts that one day you were watching it and we made a good call. You were watching it. You had a good look there. At this point, no thoughts. Thoughts on First Majestic? Bullish. Ripping through resistance, ripping through the moving averages, holding up here beautifully. I would look for a pop tomorrow through 629. Maybe you get 644 in AG. I like that one, Luba. BlackBerry, bullish overall, but if I'm looking for a long, $12.41 tomorrow. It's just what I found effective, Dave. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just because I know how to make money using that is really the best reason, right? Roku, support tomorrow at $31.31. Forgot bots. Artificial intelligence. If you're going to remain bullish tomorrow, you have to hold above 24.05. It's getting close, and you have a wonderful evening as well. Sure, Barbara. On Amazon, I want to break the March 7th low. That's a big trigger for me. It's at $1,522.51. Gary, Nectar. Looks bullish to me, but I need to hold above 103.77 tomorrow. How am I getting those numbers off the lines getting drawn? I'm looking at where these numbers touch, where they could potentially test these lines. And I know I'm very quick at it. I've been doing this for years. Deer broke down. If you can't hold above 152.01 tomorrow, look out below. This thing could plummet. I could see this thing dropping like $10. So be careful on this one. Can I please look at CVS? I can. Okay. Support in CVS tomorrow is right around the corner, 61.31 on CVS. My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. Did I cover Twitter yet? I'm not short Twitter. Oh, did I cover it? You mean go over it? Sorry. Yes, I did. I'm looking for a break of 30.61. Al, and I would like to test the simple 50 moving average, which should be near $30 tomorrow. Nice, Jerry. How are the S3 and R3 levels generated? Hey, Robert, just go on, if you're using free stock charts, you just literally go down to where it says pivot points, right over there, and you literally left click it. And now you have all the R3, S3 levels. There's a way to pull it up on every charting system. I just don't know what you're using, but if you're using this, you just literally click and add it. Right, the March 7th low, Craig, exactly. Hey, Kim, can I tell you my thoughts on low? I think it's bullish for a buy if you break 84.22 tomorrow. Jerry, gold. Nice little inside candle. I think you break out tomorrow. I would look for a break of Wednesday's high of 126.76. I think gold could get momentum, maybe even to 127.5. Very bullish for me, Jerry. I hope you guys enjoyed the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Oh, excuse me. I hope you guys enjoyed the Newsbeat show and the Newsbeat nightly trading broadcast combined in one. Happy trading, make money, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.